Hello students, today we are going to learn the second lesson from our textbook which is titled as On Saying Please, written by Alfred George Gardiner. Today we are going to continue with the second part of the lesson. In earlier video we have learned the first part as story of a lift man. Now today we are going to learn the next. Now it's an essay written by Alfred George Gardiner which tells us the importance of courtesies and good manners in social life. In On Saying Please, author points out the value of manners and courtesy in social life with the help of two stories. The first one we already have seen, that is the story of a lift man, and today's story will be one story of a bus conductor. Now, through the behavior of a bus conductor, author has shown us how good behavior attracts people towards us and spread cheerfulness around. For behaving good, we need to have a beautiful heart who cares and be compassionate for others. A well-behaved person makes work atmosphere healthy, and his job also lightens because he will always receive cooperation from others. We can sometimes give way to others to avoid unnecessary arguments. So, before discussing about the lesson, let's have a quick glance on glossary. Glossary means vocabulary or new words. Discriminating, making a distinction. Ordeal means difficult or painful experience. Rebuke, an expression of sharp criticism. Knave, a dishonest person. Stray means accidentally getting. Next, coppers means coins of low value. Cheerfully means happily. Squared means settled. Trampled on means crushed under feet. Agony means extreme physical and mental suffering. Countenance means face. Trod on means stepped on. Treading means stepping on. Assured means to told something positively. Inexhaustible means unlimited. Solicitous means caring or concerned. Indulged in means became involved. Jest means a joke. Pavement means path for pedestrians at the side of the road. Irradiated here means sprayed or produced. Then we have uncouth means impolite or unrefined. Benediction, a blessing. Conciliatory means trying to win friendly feelings. Gaiety means cheerfulness. Panegyric means a speech or a piece of writing to praise someone highly. Moor means a tract of open, uncultivated land. Tolerable means able to tolerate. Invoking means appealing to someone as an authority. Moral affront means display of disrespect. Elaborate means detailed planning. Boor means a rude, insensitive person. Commend means recommend. Flung means threw forcefully. Material advantage means a person or thing regarded as suitable for some particular purpose. And Chesterfield is the name of Lord Chesterfield, an English statesman, author, and pattern of letters. So, here is a story of a bus conductor. Though the bus conductor seems to be collecting only money and giving tickets, but he has a crucial role to play. When he is good natured and takes care of people in the bus, like when we send our children to school, the parents became so comfortable sending them with a person like this conductor. In our lesson, we will see such good natured conductor. In continuation of the lesson on saying please, our next story is of a benevolent bus conductor. What is the meaning of word benevolent? Benevolent means one who is very kind and friendly. The writer recalls a day when he boarded the bus without money. It is on this day he met this conductor. He remembers those conductors who usually are very unfriendly, who considered passenger as his enemies. In such a situation where a person would say that he forgot the money, they would insult them loudly or tell them to get down from the bus. Author here also remembers and appreciates the services provided by the underground trains where a certain standard is maintained, which makes traveling very comfortable. Nevertheless, coming back to that day when author, after getting inside the bus, remembered that he forgot his wallet. Recalling his previous experiences with other passengers, he told honestly to the conductor that he can't pay, so he wants to get down and bring money from home. To his surprise, the conductor told him he need not get down and asked him where he wanted to go. Then he took out the bundle of tickets and gave author for his desired destination. When the author asked when should he pay back, the conductor replied very cheerfully that any other day whenever they would meet next time he can pay it. So this was the experience experienced by the author, which became precious, unforgettable for him. Now, on that same day, after some time, the author got some money in his pocket and gave to the conductor. But through this small incident, he got to know lot about the conductor. He could not forget the gesture shown by the conductor, and it stayed in his mind forever. Now, a few days later, the author again boarded the same bus. Suddenly, someone stamped on his toe. With pain and anger, he looked up to see who did it, and to his surprise, it was the same happy go lucky conductor. Here, happy go lucky means a cheerful person. And even before he could say something, the conductor started saying sorry to the author for hurting him. He went on saying that he knows that boots are very heavy. So he hurt him and he is very sorry for that. Author was so pleasantly surprised with his behavior, his humbleness. He could not utter a single word at that time. Already he was so humbly telling sorry. Now, whenever the author boarded his bus, he observed his behavior. How can a person be constantly so good natured as if he has a stock of patience? And his behavior was an added gift to the passengers traveling in the bus. As the author was continuously observing his behavior in the bus, he saw if it was raining and if someone is standing at the door of the bus, he would search for a place for him, help old people in the bus, behaved like an adorable dad to the kids and take care of them. Everybody was comfortable and around him. He is always ready to help the handicapped or the blind people by giving his hand. Sometimes even getting down to help the blind people to cross the road, making the bus wait, and help the blind people to cross the road if required. In short, he made such an atmosphere in the bus as if everyone is at home and he is available for everyone. A ride with him was a lesson of natural courtesies and good behavior. Anyone observing him can learn a lot from him. Our gestures and behavior are observed by many and can set an example before others. Now, as we have done in earlier video also, after after the story, a short introspection to study the basic things of the story. I can quote here as John Keats said, "Nothing clears up my spirits like a fine day." So, what does that mean? That means a fine day, a beautiful and sunny day refreshes and regenerates us. It's nothing like that. In the same way, when you are with a cheerful person spreading joy, then others also feel happy. A cheerful person can make even the darkest day bright with his behavior, just like the bus conductor. No one can stay unhappy with a person like him, and therefore, it was always a refreshing atmosphere in the bus. His friendly feelings infected others, and his work is also lightened because everyone around him is in good mood. When one works in a joyful atmosphere, definitely work doesn't seem like a person. So the key term is happy behavior. Happy behavior is a good investment to the society with good returns in the form of good behavior from others also. So, what the moral of the story? When you continuously be polite and good natured, you can be an example to many people. For a while, the polite person can lose material advantage but achieve spiritual victory. That means, suppose we help somebody with money because you are very good natured, polite, and humble and help somebody, but you did not get money back. That might happen, but you achieve spiritual victory at that time. Spiritual victory means here victory over that one person and yourself. How we can achieve it? Because the person may or may not return your money back, but he will always remember you. That same person helped you in need. That is victory over someone. One who behaves humbly always stays in the heart of others, and their good gesture spreads among others. Happy behavior spreads joy around, making everyone comfortable in that air. Being modest and behaving with humility helps to build up a joyous atmosphere around. Like this, we can build up a society where people could care for each other, and then it is not a bad contribution from our part. Do think about it. The author concludes his essay by giving the example of Lord Chesterfield, English statesman, author, and patron of letters, encounters with uncivility where he politely but tactfully handles the situation. In conclusion, in this essay, A.G. Gardiner gives in the first part an example of bad manner and its bad effect, then expresses his comments saying that no law is against such discourtesy. It spoils the atmosphere. The common but civilized liftman becomes uncivilized when he encounters incivility in the action of the passenger in the lift. On the other hand, the polite and cheerful conductor behaves nice with every passenger and creates sweet and healthy surrounding in the bus. Gardiner goes on saying that the war has had a chilling effect with the use of sweet words and good manners. So, in this way, Alfred George Gardiner depicts the importance of courtesy and good manners in social life. So, here we have completed our second part. I hope you have understand the meaning of the part also. Now we will meet in the next video with new information. Till then, keep smiling. Thank you.